Excellence Award she got through. And today, I would like to welcome Thilaga to come on board. Thilaga, can we have you here on the screen? Guys, can we have a big clap and welcome Thilaga on the screen? Great to see Thilaga, and congratulations a lot for really writing and authoring this book. And you know, the best thing I like about her is thinking beyond. She is never bounded by any boundary. She's always boundaryless and has been into the space of global collaborations a lot. And to her request, there have been a lot of dignitaries who have accepted to be a chief guest today. And I would take a minute to introduce all of them. Are you waiting for the guest of the day? Yes, Sridhar, Saish, Rajkumar, hi Julie. And there are so many people who are here. Just give me a minute. So the first person we have today, who's really somebody, people know him as expert in book writing. He is an award-winning co-author of the global best-selling book by the name Go Giver. And it has sold more than 1 million copies. And it is not only one book, but it's a series of books in different varieties, like the Go Giver, the Go Giver Leader, Go Giver Sell More, Go Giver Influencer, Go Giver Marriage, and whatnot, and more books coming his way. He's also co-authored a lot of other books like The Red Circle, then The Late Factor, with multiple other authors. Go Giver, co-author. Can we now welcome John David Mann from US to be a part of the special guest and dignitary for the book launch today? Can we all put our hands together and welcome John David Mann?
Thank you very much. Thank you for thank you for that very kind introduction. Now, is this the point where I should say a few words, or does that come a little later?
Yeah, of course. We can have a few words from you, John.
Okay. All right. Well, I just have a few things that I want to say. I'm privileged and honored to be here and be part of this august gathering. It's great to see all these faces and see all these wonderful names. Yeah, I'm just thrilled to be part of Thilaga's launch. I think this is fantastic. There's so much to say about her book, but there are three things that I'd like to point out. And there are three things that make me feel a lot of simpatico, camaraderie with her book. The first is what she calls new age sales. Her emphasis on this is kind of a new way of doing things, or she calls it modern sales, and this new approach. And it's there are many ways of describing that, but the principal feature that I take away from her book is that she's talking about salespeople being human beings, the humanity of sales. People sometimes ask me, what does it take to be a writer? Because I also write novels and other kinds of books. The number one skill, or the number one quality I think that it takes to be a writer, is empathy. Is the ability to put yourself in the other person's skin, the other person's chair, the other person's shoes, to walk a mile in their shoes, and if necessary, 10 miles or 100 miles. And that's, to me, that's the epitome of this new age sales or modern sales, is that a salesperson's job isn't just to sell the thing, to sell the product or sell the service, but it's to connect with the other person, to add value to that person's life, to empathize with that person, understand who that person is. In a sense, your skill set is to become that person. That's really what a master salesperson does. Now, that's always been true. It's just that it's not always been taught. We haven't always identified it. The truth is, the great salespeople throughout history have always had that quality. So, when Bob approached me about writing The Go Giver, the concept was, Everybody knows what a go-getter is. It's somebody who goes after something. What a go-giver is somebody who looks after another person and seeks to add value to them, put their interests first. And by the way, they're not incompatible. All the great go-getters are go-givers. It's great to be a go-getter, as long as you're also a go-giver, that you're not putting blinders on and just pursuing your own goal, but you're placing the other person first. You're putting yourself in their chair. So that's number one. Number two is I love that she uses the traditional wisdom. I'm sure that I'll mangle the name, but it's the Tirukural, however you say that. This age-old. Oh, I got a thumb up from Ashwara. That's great. So maybe I said it okay. This age-old tract of venerable wisdom, and I love that. New age sales, ancient wisdom. And no surprise that they go together. The Go-Giver is actually a biblical book. I mean, no, it's not. No, it's not. It never mentions the Bible. It never mentions traditional books of Judaism. It never mentions any particular old wisdom books in it, unlike Thilaga's book. But it is. It's based on ancient understandings of humanity. The idea of loving our neighbor as ourselves, even loving our enemy, loving everybody. There's this traditional piece of wisdom called the golden rule, which is treat other people the way you'd like them to treat you. And in great sales, you have this thing which is called the platinum rule. And the platinum rule is you treat other people not the way you want them to treat you. Treat other people the way they want to be treated. And in order to do that, first you have to understand how do they want to be treated. You have to understand who are they. You have to care about them, in a word. And the third and last thing I want to point out about her book that I love is pretty obvious, which is that it's by a woman and that it's for women. I mean, it's also all right for men to read it. I see a number of men here, and that's okay. You don't have to leave. But it's aimed at women. It's aimed at empowering women. And I love that. There is kind of an old paradigm of sales and a new paradigm of sales. And the old paradigm is sales as aggression. A salesperson was somebody who was a great talker, who could talk a great game and basically nail the customer so that they were helpless. It was in the old paradigm, a salesperson was very much like a hunter with a bow and arrow, and the arrow was words. The new paradigm is opposite. The new paradigm is gentle. The new paradigm is more like a gatherer, and that empathetic new paradigm is more feminine. Traditionally, it's a more feminine quality, whereas this more traditionally masculine, aggressive hunter quality is what was the old paradigm. And again, all great salespeople were always more the new paradigm. It's just that I love that it's being pointed out, and we're teaching that now. So I love that Thilaga has pioneered this territory as the first female author of a sales book in Southern India, and that is, as you all know better than I, a very, very large place. So that's all I have to say. Congratulations. I love that your book talks about health, about family. You know, we have this, my wife and I just put this book out, The Go-Giver Marriage, because being an effective business person is about being an effective person, which means in all dimensions, your marriage and your family and your children and your legacy. So that is all I have to say. Thank you so much for having me here today.
Great, John. Thank you so much. Your 3 pointers were like 3 sharp weapons to the drum card.
Yes.
Yeah. And how swiftly were you able to pronounce Thirukul? You know, I practiced it almost like 100 times to even pronounce it correctly, which is Thirukul. Okay, and Thilaga has been beating me hard. No, pronounce it rightly. But John,
I'm pleased to hear that. Thank you.
Yeah. But your pronunciation has been really awesome. Very awesome. And can we have a big clap for these 3 features coming from John, the award-winning co-author of the global best-selling The Go-Giver book, who has sold more than 1 million copies, and all of his books have almost sold more than 3 million copies. So it's a privilege to hear you, John, and stay with us. to whatever extent you can. And now we have the second chief guest of the evening, and she is the best-selling author of 4 sales books, including More Sales, Less Time, and Snap Selling, keynote speaker. She is an advisory board member of Zoyant, and she believes in agile selling and snap selling, selling to big companies. She is also one of the top 7 most influential sales thought leader of 21st century, and lot of top in her profile. Can we now have one of the most influential sales woman leader, and let us put our hands together to welcome Jill Konrath from US. Can we have Jill on the board, please?
Yay. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm so pleased to be here, to be invited to the launch of this book in India. And I'm so proud of our author and what she's been able to accomplish in her own career. And I just want to say, when she reached out to me initially about writing a book for women and talked about her own experience, and it, so, I mean, in so many ways that it connected with me as a human being, but also as a woman. When I started in sales, women weren't in sales. I wanted to start a company, and I know that the book is written for people who want to be entrepreneurs as well, not just salespeople, but entrepreneurs. And so that is why I did get into sales, because I had a business plan to start a new company. I had a mentor, and my mentor said, Jill, if you want to start this company and have it be successful, you absolutely have to learn how to sell. And I said, but I hate selling. It's disgusting. It's rude. It's invasive, and it's nothing I like. It's not who I am. And he said, yes, but you have to learn it if you want to start a company. So I'm talking right now to even the business owners out there, not just the salespeople or the women, because I think the book brings it all together. And I especially like the part where it talks about cumulative. You can't just do one without the other. It's all of this is necessary in order to have a successful career. But I have to say, sometimes it isn't, you can't do all of it at once. You can't learn all of it at once. It's a progression in terms of how you learn what it takes to be successful in sales. And I really liked when Thilaga talked about, it's about the customer and the customer's benefits as opposed to about the product. And so often, and I've worked with, hundreds of sales organizations across the world. And so often I see when people start out, they say, you need to learn your product. You need to learn your service. You need to know everything about it, because without that knowledge, you can't be successful. But there's a huge gap that is overlooked when people tell you that, and it's the customer. And that's what this book is about. It's about really understanding your customer at a core level so you can serve that person. And so I really resonated with so many of the things that Thilaga said in the book about, it's all about the customer. And I just like to expand on that a little bit more, because people say, well, okay, we're going after this market, and I'll just call them up and I'll start talking about it. No, it's about understanding the issues and the challenges that they're facing right now. And one of the things you talk about in the book, Thilaga, is replica selling. And I thought that was such a key concept in terms of finding out who these people are, what really matters to them, what issues and challenges that they're facing right now, and then having some success in that market, and then looking at who else has a similar market, or who else is similar to this customer, so that when you go in with a whole lot of knowledge to start with, and you understand where you're going to be headed with this particular customer. Besides that, it's great for getting testimonials and video recordings of why people should work with you and your company, because you soon develop a deep expertise in a particular field like that. I loved it, when you talked about the mental game of sales and, how important it is. And I know that when people start selling, and whether it's a business owner who's starting to sell or a new salesperson that comes on board, They think the job is one thing, they discover it's a different thing, and it is more work than anybody anticipated. But starting with the customer is important. But I just want to say there are failures that occur along the way. And what my experience in sales has been that there are multiple failures, and you have to learn how to deal with that. I remember one time, a personal experience when I was very new in sales. I had called on a company. I was selling copy machines at that time. And I'd called on a company, and I was working with the assistant to the president of the company. And she said she was in charge of making the decision. But because I understand how important it is to read, I had read a book over the weekend after meeting with her. And the book said, never work with the assistant. Always go straight to the boss. So the next morning, Monday morning, I called up, set a meeting with the boss, went to that meeting. And guess who came into the lobby to meet me? The assistant. And she said, Jill, what are you doing here? And I said, I'm meeting with your boss to talk about your copy or decision. And she was so upset with me. She started yelling at me. She pointed her finger in my face and told me that was absolutely the wrong thing to do. And she would never let me come to her company again. And with that, I fainted on the floor. I mean, I literally fainted and passed out on the floor. And I woke up, and all these people that were in the lobby were looking at me. And this woman said to me, are you okay? And I said, yes. And she said, then leave and don't ever come back. Don't ever come back. I never went back. But let me tell you what I did do. First of all, I went out in the car and I cried because it was the most awful experience. But secondarily, I said, Jill, what did you learn from this? What did you learn? What did you do wrong? And I think Thilaga's, main premise is, constantly be learning. I learned that I should never go around somebody's back to get to their boss, but I should go together with them to explore the decision and to, work with them. So I had some valuable learning experiences. One of the things that I did is instead of failure, I decided I could not live being a failure, a constant failure. So I redefined myself as having many valuable learning experiences. And then I would talk to everybody I could in terms of where did I go wrong? What can I have learned from this? How can I do things differently next time so it'll never occur again? So I saw that theme was running through the entire book, in terms of learning about a specific customer, learning about the issues and challenges that they face, learning about what you're doing and the problems you're having, and not just do more of the same thing because people tell you have to make more calls, more activity, but to learn from each one so that it's always better. Always better. And to me, that's what selling is about. And that's the theme I saw running through the whole book. So that's kind of my 2 cents right now in terms of what I'd like to say. But if I'd be open for any questions anybody had. It's a good book. It's a great starter for people who are kicking off the book. It's a great reminder for people who have been in sales a while and maybe are not tackling, maybe aren't getting as good as they could be. There's so much potential out there if people would constantly be learning and growing. So,
great to hear, Jill. So much thrilled to even hear you. So it's a bomb coming down. First is John and then Jill. We have 2 more bombs coming up, and they are Laurie Richardson and Julie Hansen, and we would love to hear both of you. But since John had requested for a small time with Thilaga, and he has to leave in some time, hence we would like to have product launch right now, along with Thilaga, John, and everybody, and then we'll continue with the speaker. Is that okay with everybody? Yeah, great. So Thilaga Kumar. And Thilaga Kumar, are you ready to have the grand launch of your book? Let's have Thilaga unwrapping cumulative selling. And cumulative selling, let's see who's the special guest who's going to unwrap Thilaga's book. Guess. Let's have everybody guessing. Who's going to unwrap Thilaga's book? There are so many people, so many dignitaries here. Okay. So, guest, Tilaga's daughter, she's going to unwrap Tilaga's book. Can we have a big clap for the mother and the daughter duo to do this unwrapping of the book?
Aishwarya, can you have all the guests on the panel?
On the panel, we have David Mann, Jill Konrath, Laurie Richardson, Julie Hansen, along with Thilaga Kumar, launching on the virtual launch of the book, Cumulative Selling, authored by Thilaga Kumar. Can we have a big round of applause for all the 5 people? Yeah. Okay.
One second now. Yeah. So let me open the book.
Mama.
One second.
Congratulations, Thilaga.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
For unwrapping your book.
Okay.
Thank you, Sangamitra. Thanks all the chief guests.
Any word for Thilaga? Who would like to bless her? Yeah, John. Yeah, please unmute, John.
I didn't know that I could. That's great. Well, yes. Bless this book. Absolutely. May it go out into the world and just change thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of lives.
Can we have a blessing from Jill Konrath?
The rush to unmute.
The rush to unmute. I didn't know how to say anything right now, but everybody, I'm just really delighted that this book is launching. I am so proud of Thilaga for what she's accomplished, and I hope it again affects so many people's lives, because good books do that.
Great. Can we have the blessing from Laurie?
Hello. It's so wonderful to be here. I just wish the biggest success for this book. It's needed, and I'm just so thrilled to be a part of it.
Great, Laurie. And coming to Julie Hansen. Can we unmute Julie, please? Yeah.
There we go. Congratulations, Thilaga. This is a wonderful event and much deserved, and I hope it is just the beginning of many more book launches for you.
Thank you.
Great. We would love to hear Laurie and Julie a little more. So let me introduce Laurie Richardson with a lot of achievement which she already has on her plate. Laurie Richardson comes from US, and she's the president of Women Sales Pros and the author of She Sells, Attract, Promote, and Retain Great Women in B2B Sales. And she's also a sales coach. She's from Harvard Business School and a host of Conversation in Women in Sales podcast. Laurie's book is being named as She Sells, Attract, Promote, and Retain Great Women. And she is an achiever of the recent award from Salesforce, Top 2022, the Sales Influencer, Woman in Sales Champ, and the Top 10 Thought Leader. Can we have a big round of applause for Laurie Richardson and hear a little bit about her experience with Thilaga and what is her experience with the book, Cumulative Selling? Laurie, on the board, please.
Oh, thank you. What a wonderful introduction. I really appreciate that. I have been so moved by all my interactions with Thilaga in the last number of months. She didn't just write a book. I mean, she's recording people for her podcast, and she's on LinkedIn, and she's creating content, and she has so many things happening. And I'm really inspired by her when I read the book, Cumulative Selling, I realized that it's a really great tactical book. It will teach people what to do and what to say and how to get back up if you feel down. And it covers all the different aspects of professional selling. And honestly, as someone who's been championing women in sales for quite some time, we know that women are underrepresented at every level this is a worldwide issue. It's not singled out here in the US, and I know it's needed in India as well and everywhere else, that women have traits and skills that are amazing in professional selling, and we need more women in sales. And so to have a role model like Thilaga, who can share her experience and just put herself out there, I mean, it's so amazing. And what I loved about in her book is that she talked a lot about communication and mindset and integrity and empathy and building relationships and adding value. And those are all the things that professionals do in selling. It's an admirable profession. Selling is an admirable profession. And without selling, there's a lot of commerce that would not be happening worldwide, because we need to help people with their buying journey. So it was just such a pleasure for me to not only read the book, but be on the podcast that's going to be launching, and just commenting on LinkedIn when I see her on LinkedIn, because a lot of women lurk on LinkedIn. You know what lurking is? They read and they maybe like something, but they don't comment. They don't post their own content about their journey, their story. And I hope that this will help more women feel comfortable to share their story, their journey, because we need to hear it. Every woman out there has a voice to share, stories to share. And I just couldn't be more pleased to be a part of this. So thank you so much for inviting me.
Great, Laurie. Laurie, thank you so much. And it's really wonderful to be hearing you and your experiences and how you really pinpoint everything on the LinkedIn as well. So, and that is how people do network and connect and get into global collaborations. But now, thank you, Laurie, so much. And now it's time for us to hear the fourth chief guest for the occasion. And she is the best-selling author of Look Me Into the Eye. And believe me, I don't know what the book is all about, but the title itself is so beautiful and attractive. And she is also the sales keynote speaker. She's an actor. She's a virtual keynote speaker. And this is a wonderful book, Look Me in the Eye. And she is also a recipient of an award, Top Sales Book of 2021. Look Me in the Eye itself has won the Top Sales Book of 2021. So can we all put our hands together to welcome and hear from Julie Hansen from US. Julie, on the dais, please.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And yeah, you can't say that enough for me. So I'm gonna live on that for the next year. Thilaga, I'm so happy for you. And I'm still cringing a little bit from Jill's story about fainting. I've heard it before, and it just brings back, all the worst possible scenario. And we've all had, maybe not the fainting, but some of those failures. And so it's wonderful to celebrate a success. And you are really a trailblazer in this. And both Lori and Jill have talked about, how you have elevated women's presence in India in sales. And it really is remarkable. I remember I wrote my first book about 12 years ago, and that wasn't that long ago. And I was one of the very few women sales authors. And Jill Konrath actually reached out to me to introduce herself and talk about sort of the the environment and why there perhaps weren't as many female authors and how we could support each other. And I'll tell you, that was life-changing, career-changing. And certainly it's a different picture here today. And what I love is that you are really doing the same thing. You're a role model for other women who have a voice and things to say in sales and can see that it is possible to do that. But I'm glad that your book is written for everyone, because it really is, it really transcends gender. And this idea of new age sales and the new skills, the many, many skills that we have to succeed today, it really, it's really not just a job for anyone, right? It requires a lot of expertise in a lot of different areas and the ability to learn, because most people don't naturally have this entire skill set that we're talking about: the empathy, the product knowledge, the ability to listen, the ability to clearly state value. So it's an ongoing learning experience. And so that was one of the messages that I think really rang through in your book, was that we need to continue to learn and adapt and be that much better than our competitor, because it is such a competitive world. And this idea that you have to rely on, product knowledge was an advantage. Now, some products are so complicated. As a salesperson, you're never going to have the product knowledge, the depth of that you need. You're going to have to know when to bring a subject matter expert in or a sales engineer. And so it really is about some of those skills that we may have undervalued in the past, like empathy, like understanding, and rapport. So I love that you talk about needing this set of skills, the cumulative set of skills. And you don't just talk about that, you talk about how to develop those. And I'm one of those people, if I get a book and they talk about, well, you need to be confident and you need to have a better mindset. And it's like, okay, I get that, but how, right? A lot of them just talk, the importance of that. And I think that, we need to know why, but we also need to know how. And so you go into some tactics, like how do you develop a mindset that makes you more resilient? Whether it's, and some ideas about meditation and making sure you're healthy, and all these things that we take for granted or perhaps have dismissed in the past are really more and more important today, to have that full set of tools and be able to access those. And one of the threads also that I love that you talked about very, very tactical way was just being prepared. And you talked about this idea of, like, you never walk into your kitchen and just go at dinner time and go, oh, what am I going to make? Right? You've got a plan for the week, and just laying out, like, the importance to eliminate a lot of that stress and that uncertainty by just simple things like pre-planning your day, right? And knowing what's ahead of you. And because so much in sales is, I would say, it's improv. Like you maybe have your lines, but you don't know what the other person's going to say. You don't know what's coming for you, and you have to keep adjusting. So the things that you can control, you have to really take advantage of. And this idea of adapting, really adapting our skill set to these modern times. My book, Look Me in the Eye, is all about adapting to this virtual environment, right? How do we adapt? We've honed all these skills, these in-person skills for most of our career. Now, how do we take those and really, express empathy, really show that we're listening and do it as effectively on camera as if we were sitting right across from a person. And so that's sort of the new age, new skill that a lot of people are needing to develop. And so mine's very tactical as well, because if we could tell people to look at the camera, but that's a big ask. There's a lot that goes behind that, right? If it were that easy, we'd just all be doing it. So that was the basis of the book. But I love the tactics. I love the positive messaging and the examples, the personal examples that you give of how you applied a lot of these tools and how you learned, how to organize and how to figure out that conversion rate and to the number of calls you need to make, and just very, very practical. And I think it's a book that will be valuable for many years to come. So thank you. I'm so honored to be a part of this. And I just wish you all the best with the book launch and your network.
Great to hear from Julie. And it's so lovely to hear that all of you have taken out your time, your valuable time, and at least gone through this book to whatever extent it could be, and have shared your feelings here. And for all the people who have never got a chance to read the book, or you have not got exposed to this book, are you interested to at least have a glance of the book? Who's interested to have a glance of the book? Yeah, great. Prabhu, Samitra, Vishal, Mandy Sullivan, so many of you. And here is what Thilaga has planned for all of you guys. And I'm fortunate enough to show it and to give you the special offer of the book today. Would you be really looking forward to? Yeah, great. So this is what is coming to all of you for the launch event only. And this is a special bonus because of the virtual launch. It's not only the book which is going to you, but along with the book, you're also getting salesperson pledge, the affirmation that has helped Thilaga to win and become a sales leader in her own industry. And it is in the audio format. So all the people who are getting the book now and you're booking the book right now from Amazon, you get a bonus salesperson affirmation audio by Thilaga Kumar. The number 2, which you are going to get, is about all the Excel files of the practical tools and exercises that have been given in the book. All of them, the practical Excel files will be given to anybody who buys the book right now for you becoming an efficient sales leader. The objective of Thilaga is for you to help you guys become the efficient salesperson in your own industry. And here goes all the sample tools. So it's like the value and the time tracker, the priority and the goal setting tracker, the simple to-do list. All of this is coming in the Excel format for you to practically use it to your benefit. And not only this, but you have a morning routine tracker. You have what questions you should be asking to get the right results. You also have a weekly planner, the prospect, how to track your prospect, the databases, and to have the lead generation. All these sample tools are given to anybody who's booking the book right now. More than that, as our speakers, they shared, one of the very influential thing of this particular book was the excerpts of Thirukural being put into the sales book, Cumulative Selling. So 260. I'm given to understand, though I'm not an expert on Thirukural, but I'm given to understand there are more than 1,000 Thirukural excerpts, 260, out of which 260 has been explained with the life lessons from the Thirukural, both in English and Tamil, and used also with the sales perspective, how you can have a sales perspective on these Thirukural. This is your bonus number 3. And your bonus number 4 is the guided meditation that has worked wonders for the author. If you want to follow the same guided meditation, even that is coming your way. And how lovely would be to be a part of a Facebook community of Sell Like Her. Who's there, really interested to put up the book? All of you are fortunate enough and you have the opportunity to buy the book right now. Can we have the Amazon book link for people to go ahead and book their and buy the books right now? So can I ask the team to please put on the Amazon link along with the bonus codes? Go ahead, guys, in case you really feel like you have already heard the foreword from all of our chief guests, how she's written, what is already there, feel free. And the link is there in the chat window right now. In the meantime, by the time you guys are going and booking on Amazon, I have somebody special today. And this person is somebody who is an expert on Thirukural. And he is somebody who understands the language, understands the essence, the linkage of the slokas with the life lessons, and is an expert in the ancient Thirukural, the script. I would love to introduce this person. And he is Mr. Durai Rajamanikam, President of Tamil Thai Arakathalai Tindivanam. The names are a little difficult. It's really difficult for me. So please excuse me if I'm pronouncing it a little differently. But we would love to have Mr. Durai Rajamanikam on the board right now. Can we have Mr. Durai, please? I am yet to see Mr. Durai. Okay, in the meantime, if we are not able to trace him on, so we'll wait for a little more time for Mr. Durai to come on board. In the meantime, we have an eminent reader of Tilaka's book who is really curious to share his feedback. Can we have Prabhuji on the screen? And Prabhuji would like to share his feedback about the book because he's got the privilege of working with Thilaga very closely. Prabhuji, please.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Sangamitra, for introducing me, and I'm much grateful for to get an opportunity to work with Thilaga. So I'm here to share some things. As success coach Jack Field says, someone is always says yes, and someone will always says no. So what? Somewhere, someone is already waiting for you. So whatever the customers that you are going, there will be always a 10% conversion. So the thing is, you have to repeat that pitch, that script, and everything. And the most that I have personally realized part is the responsibilities. Even I have worked with HDFC, and I have many times blamed a customer and blamed the company for not working on the sales. Like if something happens, if some customer is like shouting at me, so I will immediately blame the process. So that process is like this. So I'm not taking any responsibilities. So once I realized the blaming is something shifting your power to someone, then I got understood that if I'm not taking any responsibility, then I can't change that attitude. So once I taken that self responsibility, then I have shifted my mindset to the things that I have to correct myself. So like this, you will get to know a lot of practical ideas, lot of practical things, a lot of practical steps in this book. So I request everyone who are willing to become a sales personality, who are willing to become a go-getter, I request everyone to get this book and read it. Thank you so much.
Great. Thanks, Prabhuji. And I see people buying the books right now. Guys, put in one code. The code is marketing20. Marketing, it is MARKETING, marketing20 code on Amazon to get a 20% discount. All of you who are in the process, please write this particular code on the Amazon, marketing20, and you get a 20% discount on the Amazon price. In the meantime, is there any other reader who's already read the book and you would like to share your feedback? And Vishal has specially written, the book is going to be a bestseller. Of course, Vishal, yes, we all wish for them. We all wish for it. And Okender Sharma, I see Okender Sharma has been, he's the first person to join in the room today. And that shows the discipline and the dedication he has for the movement, and also also the closeness he has to the community and the author. Can we have Okender Sharma coming on board and sharing his feedback?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Myself, Okender Sharma. I got this book, I think a week back, and I have read this book completely. The one thing I like about this book is that I inspired from the book and its contents, the way Mrs. Thilaga written in a beautiful way. And if you see the contents that are on the different side, I mean, you can see on the list of contents, the new age sales, or the race formula, or the 10x rule. So that I really loved it. And after reading, I felt and realized completely that I'm feeling motivated, energetic, and more focused towards my career and life. So it's my request to each and everyone, at least order and read this book once in the life. And I ensure that you will make a change for your career. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Great to hear, Okinder. And we also got through your testimonial, how you have shared your testimonial. That's a lovely testimonial. And all of us being a part of the community, we really enjoyed to hear to see how you have expressed your gratitude towards the book. Lovely it is, lovely it is. And we have the next speaker, Krishna Bharti, who wants to share her feedback. So can we have Krishna Bharti? And post that, we also have the author interview. Would you like to hear Thilaga's journey of being an author? And how did she start? What are her challenges? What are her winning points? Yeah. And post Krishna Bharti, we are going along with Thilaga.
Hi, everyone. Now, first of all, thanks for giving this opportunity to share my experiences. Starting from 2012, I've been working as a sales engineer. So it's been almost a decade. And during the pandemic time, I came across Thilaga on LinkedIn. That's how I got in touch with her and got to know her experiences in sales also. And I have recently ordered this copy of this book, and the main thing is that among the race formula, I was not expecting the formula, the integrity it says. So after being working in this field for almost 10 years, now I realize that most of the sales people, they believe that having some quick results is have to grow in sales. But the thing is, you have to be very, loyal to your company and also your customers also. You must understand what the customer needs. Only if you are fulfilling it in the right way, then you can get people to buy from you again. So the integrity part, integrated into this race part is something which I appreciate very much. And also, I also want to tell that Thilaga, before maybe 1.5 years or 2 years, when I got in touch with her, she told that she has the idea of promoting women in sales and also to share her knowledge by writing a book also. And I can see that she has made it. She has achieved her ideas. Most of the people have ideas, but they never get into action. But she has gone into action also. And I wish her all the best in that journey.
Thank you so much, Krishna Bharti. Thank you so much, Krishna Bharti. And now can we have Thilaga's one of the very special guests, Catherine. So can we have Catherine, the LinkedIn expert?
Good morning. Yes, I'm driving, so I apologize.
Oh.
I'll wave at everybody and say hi, and then I'm going to go back on stop video. First of all, I want to just, can you guys hear me okay? I'm sorry, I'm on Bluetooth as well. Is it okay?
Yes, Catherine, it's absolutely okay.
I've been along on this journey with Thilaga for years, right? We've been working on changing the status quo of how women are working in India, and the passion that she has to actually make a difference. The book is just a part of a larger movement of what she's doing. It's her why, it's who she is to her core. And I want to congratulate her because she's consistently shown up. She's consistently shown her passion for sales, for women in sales, and to change the way women are viewed and to change how they earn a living in India. And it's a big, big movement that she's taking on. So congratulations to her for that movement. The book, having a child, having a career, a lot of things, that women don't talk about is that we have a lot of things to juggle. We don't just go to work and have a man at home that take care of our kids, right? We do a lot. So my high heels off to her for all of her hard work. And just a big congratulations and to keep up the work. And it's a wonderful book. I appreciate the opportunity to get involved. And I just wish you all the best of luck. And everyone will learn from it. It's a beautiful, beautiful privilege to be able to work with you and to support you on your journey. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Catherine, and do drive safely. And it's really an honor that even if you are driving, you still took the opportunity of blessing Thilaga and the book. And it's lovely to have so many people blessing her and her effort. And for people who want to really book, the code, the marketing 20, the code, use coupon code marketing 20, and both the international and within India, Amazon links have been given here. Also, once you have booked it, please send an email to thilagakumarsales@gmail.com to avail all the 5 bonuses which has been declared now. The sales script, the Tirukural scripts, the audio of the affirmation, the meditation, and everything whatever is a part of the offer, you will be getting it. But please do write back to thilagakumarsales@gmail.com mentioning that you have bought the book during the launch, and she would be forwarding everything. The team will be forwarding everything to you. And now is the time to have the author on the dais and hear her journey. Who's excited? Who's excited to have Thilaga Kumar coming on the board and be really looking at how she made it successful? Not everybody is able to write a book. Not everybody is able to publish. Not everybody is able to have so many chief guests. Not everybody is able to have so many global collaborations. If she's done these all, there is something special about her. And it's high time for us to know Thilaga Kumar. So Thilaga Kumar on the dais, please. Great to hear. Great to see Thilaga. So Thilaga, my first question goes to you as Thilaga, what really led to the genesis of authoring this particular book?
Okay, so before I start answering your questions, I just want to thank everyone, all the foreign guests, Indian guests, and all the audience who continuously support me to make things happen and continuously motivating me to achieve my passion, mission, everything. So I would like to thank all the people who has accepted my invitation, who is so generous to be here, part of me to make this event as a grand success. So thank you all. Coming to your question, Sangha. The reason I want to write a book is about this book because I believe in old age sales, just old age time sales, just having a product knowledge or a technical skills, just enough because salesy, pushy, it all works. Okay, but now in new age sales, it doesn't work anymore because the competitions are very high. You really have to have a groundwork to be done, the foundation to be really strong so that you can really be success in sales. So that is what I believe in and I want to convey through this book, like being integrity, being honest, being ethical, being trustworthy, and reading a sales book, adopting others, sales leaders, techniques, ideas, even doing an exercise, meditation, how so important for a sales guy to be calm and composed, to face his rejections, failures, and mindset. Having a positive mindset is so important, positive attitude, because nowadays salespeople, they just blame. If they don't achieve the target, they just blame the company, blame the manager, blame the product. But we have to have the positive attitude, positive mindset to see what did wrong and how he can improve. So a lot of things I talked about this book, the relationship, the grooming, the confidence, the communication, your energy level, because you're positive. When you talk, you're actually transferring your energy. So many things we have to adopt, many skills, many qualities we have to adopt to become success in this new age sales. And also I talk about the work-life balance. The best part of this book is if you follow all this, whatever I told, you will not only have a sustainable sales success, but also have a best work-life balance.
Great, Thilaga. But Thilaga, I'm sure that writing a book must not have been very easy for you. There must be a lot of challenges and also a couple of winning points. Would you like to maybe share your author journey, both your challenges and your winning spits?
Yeah, sure. So the challenges, many of them know that I have a very small baby. And when I started the book, she's not even 1 year old. Okay, so I have to take care of her as well as I work. Even during my maternity leave, I didn't quit or I didn't stop working. I was working because I'm in sales and I have to have that relationship, that track of sales, and I want to be in sales working. So I was also managing my work. I was also managing my baby. So how I could manage is, it is all time management. I stopped watching entertainment or videos or movies. That is why I could manage the time to write the book every day morning. This is what I did for completely 6 months. 4 to 6 is what I was doing. So it was a challenge. Nothing comes for free. You really have to put your hard work to make it happen. So, and consistent effort, determination, these are all so important. That is how, even though challenges are there, see, yeah, I don't want to postpone certain things. Now I have a baby, I will do it later. Later, baby is grown up, I have to make a study, I will do it later. You keep postponing, procrastination will stop us doing so many things. So I want to make it happen, and it happened. Yeah.
Good. I'm scared though, because having a 1.5, 2 years baby and then writing and doing all these things, and also keeping the determination that no procrastination, because today the baby has a different demand and after a few years it's a different demand. Thilaga, hats off to you to have really taken it up so well and nailed it. And now I really want to ask one question, Thilaga, that would you really, do you think that this book is a must read for the sales professionals? Or who do you think this book is a must read and why?
Okay, so the first, the must read book is for sales professionals who are struggling, who are always having a target pressure, unable to achieve, not able to handle the objections, not able to negotiate properly, and not able to manage work life. So who are having struggle, sales professionals, it is definitely must read book. And also the business owners, because what I see is business owners, most of them have a good in technical skills, good in product knowledge, but not that good in sales skills. But sales is the heart of any business if you want to grow. So for business owners, definitely they should know the sales skills, and also to have a best sales team with them. And then the coaches, trainers, because it is the educational booming industry now. So without sales skills, you really can't influence others who you are, what subject matter expert you are. So even for the coaches, trainers, and finally everyone, because what I believe in, everyone thinks sales is just if you're working in a sales organizations, or if you're a business owner, sales skills is needed. But for me, if you're living, you have to know the sales skills. You are selling every day. It's nothing but you are selling your ideas in a different ways. Okay, not only a product service. If you are a project manager, you have to convince your boss for your ideas, your projects. If you're a mother or a father, you have to influence a child to get the good marks. You have to negotiate. Okay, you get a good marks, I'll get a cycle for you, right? So it is all every day, and every day in, day out, we are learning the sales skills. So for everyone, sales skill is required. It is not that you'll not only you will be better human being, or you can live better, and also you will not be get cheated by others. For example, if you go to a parlor, the parlor lady will
I'm not sure. I think Thilaga is stuck. We'll just wait for a couple of seconds. For her to be back. Yeah, Thilaga, are you able to hear me? Yeah, I think she'll be joining again. She's just got dropped and she'll be back. In the meantime, who's the other person who's already read the book? Or you have been really looking at, oh, Thilaga, you are back. I think you are back now. Sorry. So yeah, you are on mute, Thilaga. You can just unmute and continue. Okay, I heard a message from KP. KP, I read the book. So KP, I'll go to you after this interview is over. Yeah.
Yeah, Sangha. Sorry.
Okay, okay. So we heard from the negotiation of the Marx and the cycle.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, and this reminds me, Thilaga, of my own childhood days, where for everything I'm given something to achieve. Only if I achieve, then I get this thing. And now I understand that sales is really in the DNA of everybody. But Thilaga, tell me one thing, that if sales is really so very important, then why are there so less number of women salespeople who have written a book?
Yeah. See, first of all, women count in India is so less. In single digit only, we have women in India who are in sales. Okay. So that many, Chitra is here, Mandy is here, so many women globally, want to bring more and more women into sales. Okay. The reason is there are a lot of myths has been created. Girls can't sell, girls can't travel, she's not confident, she's not outspoken. There are so many things. Let's not go into that topic now. But what I want to convey is, for women, getting into sales is one big challenge. Okay. And top of it, if she have to retain, go to a leadership role, managing work life, that is another kind of a challenge. Okay. On top of it, if a woman have to spare the time on writing a book, it is the biggest challenge. So maybe that is the reason there are very less women. I also surprised to see I'm the second woman in India and first is women in South India. I myself surprised to see that.
Can we have a big clap, a real good applaud for Thilaga being the first woman in South India to have written a book on sales. And she's the second woman in India to have written a book on sales. And this is really, really surprising. And I'm overwhelmed. I'm so happy to be really here and being a part of this particular launch. Thilaga, congratulations to be the first woman in South India and the second woman in the entire of India to be writing a book on the sales. That's so brilliant. That's so brilliant. So Thilaga, what would be your last advice to the new generation saleswomen who are really wanting to do the best in sales or maybe author a sales book?
First is best in sales. Please read a book, sales book. Okay. And if you want to read my book, The Race Formula, I really want everyone to adopt, because it is a different way of looking at sales. Sales means they just see, okay, if I learn objection handling skills, if I have negotiation skill, I can be a better. But my talk about this book is Race Formula. I want to explain it. You can see the logo here. The race means RAISC. What is the framework I've written here? R for routines, daily routines, like waking up early and making your sales plans, monitor your sales plans, and doing some kind of exercise, warm up, meditation, so that you will be calm and composed. You have more energy throughout the day. You can't just go to the custom place, sir, I come from so and so place. You have to be brisk, right? You're transferring the energy. So routines, how routines is so important in sales. What benefit you're going to get by following the routine? That is R. A is action 10x. Unless until you don't put action, hard work, massive actions, you cannot achieve the sales. So massive actions, consistent work, effort, that is what A means, action. I for integrity. You really have to follow integrity, being truthful, being honest, being ethical. That is so important. That is how now the customer looking at how trusty you are, how transparent you are to give the business to you. So I is for integrity, RAIS, S for sales skills. We really have to learn a lot of skills, sales skills, objection handling, integrity, objection handling, negotiation, closing skills. What are the different way of generating the leads? It is not just, generate the leads by going for a visits. There are so many ways now you have to adopt, like social media, LinkedIn, and email marketing, cold calling, referral selling, replica selling, collaborative selling. There are so many ways I've written in this book where you can generate a lot of leads. Okay, that is about S. And the last one, E. E for effective mindset. We really have to have a positive mindset. Okay, so when unless until I've written a quote in this book, customer want to give you order because he likes you more than the product or service you're selling. So customer have to like you first. For that, you have to have a positive mindset. When there are a lot of rejections, you should not quit sales. I know so many people, they want to quit the sales or they want to run away from that company, moving to the second company. That will never work out. They keep moving out, but they never be successful. So for them, positive mindset. I've given a beautiful dialogues inside that chapter. What the negative mindset think? What is the positive mindset salesperson thinks? Each scenario, I've given each scenario, and so positive mindset is so important for a salesperson. Okay, so that is called the RACE formula, RAISE. So if you follow this RACE formula, you will go from unsuccessful salesperson or a business owner to a successful, to RACE, to a successful salesperson or business owner. This is what about the book.
Wow, this is a powerful framework. Who all believe that this is a powerful framework? And those who believe this is a powerful framework, would you want to keep this framework with you? Click on the link, the chat box. The Amazon link has been given here right again. Use the marketing code marketing20 and buy the book right away, because this is really going to help everybody, irrespective of whatever domain we belong to. Feel free to read the book and write down to Thilaga Kumar sales@gmail.com to claim your bonuses. And now we want to hear from Mr. KP. Mr. KP, yeah, how is your experience with Thilaga and the whole journey of her being an author and the book Cumulative Selling?
Yeah, hi, good evening all, and thank you for giving me the opportunity. And it's a wonderful evening over here. And I really bless her for getting into this kind of beautiful journey. And I know Thilaga for quite some time, and some or other way we are getting associated also. And the thing is, I have gone through the book. See, my first thing is, first of all, I would like to talk about our honorable late President, Dr. Kalam. He says that first learn, then learning gives you knowledge. When you get knowledge, you'll start thinking, and thinking will give you creativity, and creativity is going to give you success, result in everything. And probably these are all the things. And she also insists in her chapter about learning, more learning and extensive learning relating to sales. That is one of the most important things. And second thing I would like to say, this is my quote: to write a book, you need to become a book. And she has given her own journey over there. That means the moment she started writing the book, she thought that what journey she made out of it, and she had depicted all the things in the book. That is the second more important thing. And third thing is, she told that you should learn not only from the customer, from your seniors who have already achieved the result. You know, everybody says that if you want to become successful, it's the simple formula is, and follow the successful people. This is one of the finest formula. And apart from that, you need to build up your creativity as well. And she has given a 7-step process, and everybody should go for that. Like, prospecting the customer, then preparing yourself, then building relations and all these things. These are all, you can go ahead with that. And most important thing is, I'll tell you, before writing a book and after writing a book, I bet Thilaga, after 6 months or 1 year, she is going to be a different personality altogether. That's what I'm telling you. Why I'm telling you, 1 year back, I wrote my book. I got a 360-degree turnaround in my career, in my earning. I think I changed my earning 10x, in fact, within just a span of 8-9 months. So this is what has happened with me. Completely, I got access to everybody in this country, almost everybody. This is what has happened. This is what has given me. And already she had got access to different personalities because of the book, because book will give you all the things. And why I'm telling you all this, because I am also an author coach. Within a span of 5 months, I created 55 authors. And by the end of this year, I'm creating 600 authors. So this is what is the thing. And I could relate. I've gone through a quick learning I did from the book, and it was such a lovely thing. I bless you, Thilaga, and I'll tell you one thing. You are a personality, and your personality gives your personal reality. What is your personality? That gives your personal reality. If you are changing the personality, your personal reality is also going to change. And the book is going to change your personality. That's what I would like to say. And there are a lot of things, in fact, I cannot tell you because the time is also limited and everybody would like to leave it. So if I get the opportunity sometime, I'll elaborate the things. Okay. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. And Sanghamitra, you are doing wonderful. You're hosting in such a nice way. And I've seen so many great people have come down over here. And God bless you all. Thank you very much. And congratulations, Thilaga again. Bye-bye.
Thank you, KP. But do let us know what exactly is your book so that we are also aware.
15 scientific secrets of your extraordinary mind. I think we're not able to see because of the background.
Yeah, the virtual background is not letting us see, but we would love to have the name again of your book.
Yeah, my book has gone to almost all places, all IITs, all IIMs. It has gone to the Oxford. It has gone to now Crossworld.
Okay.
So it has gone to many places now. It has reached the railway stations now.
Great, great. Congratulations. And it's a big mission to create 600 authors. So the editors in the room, please be ready. You have a lot coming your way.
Huge opportunities.
Okay, okay. So we want to definitely hear Mr. Rajamanikam right now, but I'm not sure if he's connected to the audio. Can I have Mr. Durai coming on the stage, please? I can see him in the room. And Mr. Durai is the president of Tamil Thai Arkatali, All India Tamil Writer Association. But I think there is some struggle with the audio. Anyways, okay, Mr. Durai Raj, are you able to? Can you please do some test sounding? Test sound. Okay, not very sure. Even if he is unmuted, we are not able to hear him. But quickly, we would like to hear a little bit about Thilaga's book from her own editor, Janki Thakkar. Janki Thakkar. Janki Thakkar is the editor of the book Cumulative Selling. And she's not only the editor of this book, but she's an editor of multiple other books, like Best Version of You, version 0, V.0 to version 1, Simplifying Bids, Think Matters, What You Think Matters, Be the Most Exceptional You, Don't Run After a Job, Make a Job Run After You, Low Self-Esteem to High Self-Reflect. Oh my God, so many editing, so many books being brought to life. So Janki, we would like to hear your experience with Thilaga as an author.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, congratulations, Thilaga. It's commendable to conceive a book and bring it to this heights. Like, I remember when you had first approached me, you had approached me with an intention to make it a bestseller. Okay, so a lot of authors approach me with that concept, but then actually putting in efforts to make it a bestseller, to take it places, to approach so many people, to read it, to give you so many endorsements, that's appreciable. And I really congratulate you on that. So I must say you've done a wonderful job. So it says a lot about your determination to make it a huge success. I believe writing the book is the first stepping stone, and then comes the editing, where I gladly pitched in to help you. The thought process involved in writing such a technical topic in a lucid language is appreciable. Like, have you put up the race formula and put it in a framework so that people can remember it, can implement it. I appreciate that. And it's noteworthy the way Thilga has emphasized on how to balance personal life with work with the help of this race formula. I believe the book is for each one of us who wants to achieve a work-life balance, as that is the mantra to lead a happy life. I thank Thilga for giving me this opportunity to work on her debut book. All the best.
Okay, good luck from Janvi Thakkar to Thilaga Kumar. And now we move on to somebody we had been waiting for to hear from. And this is a great speaker, a very good communicator, and one of the emerging video influencer. Let's hear from Dax Mohan. Dax Mohan on Thilaga, her journey, her book, and her blessings, and his blessings towards cumulative selling. Dax, all yours now.
Yeah, thank you, Sangamitra. Nice to hear from you. And you're anchoring very well, actually. Thank you a lot for this, giving me this opportunity. Thank you, Thilaga, for giving me this opportunity. I remember this journey that Thilaga, on her writing the book, which was, I would say, many months back, more than 6 months back or so. We had a lot of discussions about the book, and I was really very happy that somebody is going to write on sales, because after spending more than 17 years in sales, I know what the kind of how it what would be the the experiences that anybody who's worked in sales would be able to bring it out in this book. So yes, it's a great guide for young salespeople. She has given a lot of insights to the lot of things. A good guide for people who want to do direct sales and indirect sales. Both she has covered very well. And that's one thing I would like to share with all. So anybody wants to take this book, you should be taking it right away, because this is going to be a real good guide for those who want to know the steps, the step-by-step process that she has explained, apart from the ones that we're talking about, the raise steps, is the approach to direct and indirect sales. The second part of it is about the values and principles that we use in sales. This is this is something that again connects to Tirukural, which she has highlighted. It's amazing, and it is important because it's not about getting the first order. It's about how you retain people after every order. The sustainability factor, how you continue to make the success, is all about how people perceive you, the value, the integrity, the principles that you have in your business is very important. That she has brought it out very well in this book. And that's another good aspect that I've seen in the book. And the other thing which I would like to say, sales is a very hectic lifestyle you have. And here is where she has highlighted the work-life balance, in her chapters. It's something which is very important because, being in that industry, across all industries, the work-life balance has a very important role when you are into the, when you're a sales professional. So that's another thing which I would like to highlight here. And I really want to wish her all the best for her mission of empowering a million women in the sales career, and that's and making their life a fulfilled one. So that's something I wish, Thilaga, you do great, and I wish you all the best. And my dear friends, please let's make this the best-selling book in Amazon. So please put on the codes and let's start make things happen for her in this in Amazon. So all the best, Thilaga, and thank you, Sangamitra. Thank you, everyone here. Thank you.
Great to hear from you, Dax. For people who are in the process of booking, use the code marketing20, and the Amazon link is already there on the chat box. You use the coupon code marketing20, and after you have booked it, please do write back to thilagakumarsales@gmail.com to claim all the bonuses, all the cheat sheets The templates, the audio, the video, the meditation, the affirmation, everything is coming your way. If she has succeeded and you replicate the same, there are high chances you will also succeed. Take the opportunity and catch the opportunity when it is coming your way. And now we move on to somebody who has been on the camera for a long time, but we have not got an opportunity to call him yet. Can we have Shankar Therapalli? Shankar Therapalli coming and wishing Thilaga on her debut launch of the first book, Cumulative Selling. Shankar Therapalli. Tadepalli. Sorry. Okay, do we have Shankar Tadepalli? I saw him just here. Okay, in the meantime, if Shankar Tadepalli is, Shankar Tadepalli is here. I can see him. Can somebody unmute him, please?
Yeah, if you see an old face, that's me.
That's the youngest one in the room.
No. Okay, I looked old, I looked tired. Okay. Anyway, Thilaga, it's great to know that you have written a book. And I wish you continue with this another series of books. Okay, all the best to you. And from Hyderabad, I'm from Hyderabad.
Okay, so the wishes are reaching to Bangalore from Hyderabad, but there is no flight right now.
Yes.
It's just in the air. Thank you so much, Mr. Shankar Tadepalli.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you so much. And can we now have Soundria Pandian? Soundria, can somebody unmute Soundria, please? Sondara. Is he traceable? Sondara Pandian Samuel. Okay, if it is taking time, then let us move on to somebody who has been on a special appearance on the camera throughout, Rangarajan Srinivasan. Mr. Rangarajan Srinivasan, what would you like to wish Thilaga with? We really want to hear Mr. Urairaj. Please pick up your audio.
So I used to watch in LinkedIn past 1.5 years. Our quote is a very powerful quote to encourage the marketing people. So that one only it is attracted to me because I have changed the pandemic situation. My profession is changed in marketing only for this 2 years back only. I was in more than 3 decades. I was working in project management. Due to that situation, I have changed my role. It's a motivational LinkedIn quote. Always she used to send a message. It is a very self-motivation way she is giving the words. It's all the best to her, to giving more and more.
Great, Mr. Rangarajan, and all the best, Thilaga, wishes coming your way. And now we move on to Vaishnavi JM. Vaishnavi, what would you like to share to Thilaga and about sales? And Vaishnavi, since you are a woman yourself, so what's your take on the woman in sales and how easy or difficult is life for a saleswoman?
Hey, good evening all. First of all, congrats, Thilaga. Thanks for the opportunity. I would just like to say I'm not a salesperson. I'm rather a HR person who is dealing with sales guys day in and out. To be very honest, my first interaction with Thilaga was on a conversation in terms of a job, related talk. And I was so impressed, to see a women leader in sales. That made me think, why don't I bring a sales women in my organization? And I've been working with Thilaga to find, to bring that change into my organization. So we also deal with automation products, and Thilaga is an inspiration to me because me as a woman, as a leader, I have achieved and have reached a height. I want women in sales in my organization, in South India, in Chennai, in India, in the world. So I saw Thilaga as one of the characters. So generally when we meet candidates, we don't continue to have that relationship. But Thilaga is one who have been in touch. So we forgot we met, but our conversation totally changed. The most important thing which attracts me to buy this book is Thilaga is talking more on HR aspects than sales aspect. See, as a HR, I always look at not selling things or not. I don't want my guys to sell a product, but I want my guys to give an experience to a customer. So this is what Thilaga has covered mostly, because the topic what she talked about, being honest, trustworthy, integrity, attitude, positive, behavioral attitudes, which actually brings the sales automatically. I wish Thilaga for such a wonderful achievement, and this is just a beginning. I want to see Thilaga reaching heights beyond the sky. All the very best, Thilaga, and thanks, Sangamitra, for this wonderful hosting.
Thank you, Vaishnavi. And Thilaga, you have a very smart lady in HR. She introduced herself that I am an HR and not sales, but I'm handling the sales guys. But see, she is the best salesperson in your organization. She has been able to hold and sell all the HR policies, all the HR ethos, values, and that is why the entire team is performing. Do you agree, Vaishnavi?
Definitely, yes.
Yeah, great to hear you, Vaishnavi. And now,
thank you.
We have somebody who has been a part of sales for a long time. And I saw Mandy also being very happy, Mandy Sullivan being very happy that, oh, you are also here. I'm also here. So we are together celebrating it. And let's now have Chitra Singh on the board, founder of Sales Women Terring. Can we have Chitra Singh being pinned up? Even I'm trying to search her. Where is Chitra? I think Chitra has just got dropped. If she's not able to. Okay, I think Chitra has recently got dropped because she was here. But now let's keep the forum open. Anybody who has any view or you have anything to share about sales, or maybe you want to wish Thilaga or the launch, the book, please come forward, raise your hands. I would love to only notice the yellow hands on the screen and put you on the pin board. Okay, so who's going next? Yeah, Meenakshi. Let's unmute Meenakshi.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Hi, nice to have the nice evening today. Great, congratulations. I'm very proud of you. You are a deserving lady to achieve this book. And you have a very challenging situation in your home as well as in your business office. So I'm very glad to be part of this show. And Sangamitra, you are doing a wonderful hosting. And I wish all the people to buy the book, and it will be very useful. And I would like to say a few words about myself. I'm in the sales and business development for 31 years of power and energy industry. So I have a very good relationship with Thilaga. So we used to have a lot of discussions. I brought the book just now. So definitely, Thilaga, it will be a great success, and we are expecting many more from you. Wishing you all the best.
Great, Meenakshi. And I'm so, the more people who come, the more women leaders who come in front of the camera, and they thrive and tell that I have been doing sales for such a long time, the more my chair goes back and back and back, because I have been always getting scared of sales. Okay. But Thilaga, I'm sure that I will read your book and also overcome all these obstacles which we have in the mind. And now going to somebody who just bought the book. Let us hear from somebody who just bought the book. And I think Suresh BK did write in the chat that he just booked the book. So can we have Suresh BK? Suresh, are you available? Okay, okay. So anybody else who just booked the book and you want to share, why did you really go ahead and book it right now? What prompted you to book the book right now? Do we have Sudeep Maiti? Can we unmute Sudeep Maiti if you are available? Okay, so more than this, it is better in case you can raise your hands. That would give a lot of idea about who's available. And in the meantime, let's hear from somebody who has been really working with Thilaga so close to even get this launch really well done. Can we hear from Aishwarya? Yeah, one of Thilaga's team member to get this launch done. Okay, let's hear from Aishwarya. Aishwarya, how has been your journey with Thilaga as an author?
Sangamitra, thank you for bringing me up, and Thilaga, congratulations for finally launching your book and among so many dignitaries. My relationship with Thilaga has been like very personal from when she started the book. Long back, even before she had completed compiling all her chapters, she, I remember this, we had the conversation, and she just wanted her inputs on how she could go ahead with the book. And from going from there to again proofreading, getting involved with the book, getting involved with her day-to-day activities, and this launch, it was an amazing experience for me. And I got to learn so many things from her book, especially from the Tirukural quotes and about the work-life balance chapter. Like, those are the two best chapters that I have ever read and edited. And yeah, it was a truly amazing experience for me. And I thank Thilaga for writing such an amazing book, because many people are going to resonate with it. It's a very universal book. And I believe if people follow the RACE framework, they can reach amazing heights. So I congratulate Thilaga once again. And Sangamitra, thank you so much for hosting this event. You've been doing a great job here. And like everybody who joined in supporting Thilaga, thank you all for coming up.
Great, great to hear from Aishwarya. And for everybody to know, Aishwarya has proofread Thilaga's book before it has gone for the final editing. So Aishwarya, you have done a very good job. And now it's time to hear from one of our friends, Mayuri Kadambe. Mayuri on the board, please. Yes, Mayuri, all yours now. Can we unmute Mayuri, please? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I hope I'm audible.
Yes, yes, 100% loud and clear.
Thank you so much. First of all, Thilaga, for extending the invitation to me for this book launch event. I'm honored. And next is, I'm super, super, super happy for you. We have been, I think from the time you have been planning to select the title and shortlist, what to shortlist. And it's so good to see your dream come true. And one of the achievements, this is, I know there are miles and miles to go for you, but this is one of the stepping stone and the first achievement, I must say, a remarkable achievement. Of course, you have been doing your podcast and YouTube on a best possible way. In fact, managing job, managing family, and I know it's not easy. And you're setting a very good example to a lot of women and naris. How can you manage everything and still keep achieving and still be ambitious and make a remarkable mark in the society? So all the very best, Thilaga, to you, and I'm extremely happy. All my best wishes for your book.
Great to hear from you, Mayuri. And for people who do not know Mayuri, even Mayuri is an author, and she is an author of Mayuri, would you take the chance to please tell about your book, because you are also into the same domain, helping a lot of women leaders be resilient, be independent. So Mayuri, what's your book?
Yeah, my book is on art of overcoming rejection, and I and Thilaga are working almost towards the same intention and same motive of empowering women and helping them achieve financial independence and helping them. And as many women can connect with us, as many men and people can connect with Thilaga, with me, it would be best because all of us make a better society to live in for the next generation.
Great, great.
Yeah,
and
we have been doing.
guys, do go ahead and place your order on Amazon with the code which is given in the chat box here, and do claim by writing a mail to Thilaga as well. The code is marketing20, but after you have purchased it, please do write a mail to thilagakumarsales@gmail.com that you have bought the book during the launch event, so that you are getting all the bonuses here. And now somebody has been pinging me. I want to talk about Thilaga. I want to give the feedback about her. Thilaga, so you have now the pipeline coming in, and this is a lady coming from the audience. Shalini S. Shalini S. Can we have you on the screen, please? Shalini, you are on mute. And Shalini seems to be the teammate of Thilaga. So Thilaga, you have feedback coming from 360 degree everywhere.
Yes, sir. Actually, I have read this book. It is very, very useful for sales tools because I'm a sales engineer for South. So myself and Thilaga ma'am was used to discuss about this book. My suggestion, I need a second part of this book. So this is it's very nice. So part 2 for waiting. So
Okay.
second cumulative selling part 2 like that. So I'm congrats for that, Thilaga ma'am.
So Thilaga, Shalini has been taking a nice revenge on you right in front of everybody. The more you give the sales target, she is giving you the book target. Please go back and write your second book. Okay? Yeah.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Great, great. So let us have another guide, mentor to Thilaga, and he has been waiting, raising the hands, and I'm really happy to see the yellow hand on his screen. And this is Upendra Roy. Can we have Upendra Roy blessing Thilaga?
Yeah.
And
So first of all, many congratulations, Thilaga. And so many people have already spoke to so many things, but she is also helping me, my team in this, and the way that means the teams we have already built, that is showing the passions what she is working towards. So it's a really great to have not the big team, small team, and that is just started giving the result in the form of different way. The confidence, definitely the teaching, and helping entrepreneur like me to go into the different levels. So great means work, Thilaga. And yes, long way to go, and we all are just looking forward. So thanks a lot. And book, yes, I have booked your book, yet to just go through. So I'll just give a review and then thank you.
great, Upendra. It's so nice to hear. So I want to have the last question of the evening to Thilaga. Thilaga, how are you feeling now when you have really done a great book launch, and there are so many people who are excited, curious, and being here supporting your movement? What's your feeling right now?
Yeah, so the feeling is really good. First of all, I feel so grateful, okay, to connect it with such a wonderful person globally, from India, from all over the world. They're coming, they're blessing me. That itself, I feel so fulfilled today, having such a great people connected with me. I'm so humbled to have all these people, and so many people still stay here. It's 9 p.m. now. It's more than 2 hours we are talking, and they're so humble and being here, hearing all of us talking. So I think this is enough in life, you know. Just in spite of money, you know, having such a good people around who want to bless, who want to wish, who's staying so much time. And also I feel so good to make my baby open the book, because I know it's going to inspire her. After she grown up, she's going to see these videos, and that's going to inspire her. That is also one of the feeling I have today. And I feel so fulfilled of completing the book, becoming an author today, because it's not easy journey. So much of hardship has gone through, but the people who are talking about the book, including the global leaders, I feel so happy. So much they read and so much reviews they are giving. I feel okay. So much. Did I also written such a good book? That kind of a feeling I'm having. The more testimonials I get, and that's giving me. I always want to live a meaningful and fulfill life. How I'm going to contribute to the society, how I make others to get benefit out of whatever experience I have all these days. So the more testimonials, the more reviews I listen, I feel so fulfilled. I don't want money. I want such a good people, such a good blessings around. And always I want people to get benefit, whatever way I can give to the society. So I feel so fulfilled. Thank you so much, Sangamitra and Aishwarya, Ropanshi, Subiksha, Upenda, so many people, Mayuri, who were be part of making this event and organizing team. I'm so happy to all the attendees today and who were all ordered the book. I'm so honored. I'm so humbled. There is no words for me to tell more. And I'm so thankful to have such a good people around me. That's enough.
Great to hear this, Thilaga. And I wish all the good luck to everybody who's there here today. You have been a part, you have been really a very patient and dedicated audience, I would say. Must be there is one connection which is very strong, and that is building a meaningful and a fulfilled life in whatever we are doing. Everybody is selling. Everyone is selling. Whatever be our role or designation or the money which we draw, the personal income has no role in terms of in the sales process, because we all understand that whatever we are doing, end of the day, we are selling. Either we are selling products, services, or we are selling ideas, thoughts, or we are selling emotions and pleasure, or we are selling X, Y, Z, but everyone is selling. It's time now to pick up the book and read it, experience it, learn it, master it, implement it to become one of the sales leader of the country. I wish all of you good luck, and thank you so much to be here. Thank you so much. The chat link shows the Amazon link even now. Book it with the code and write a mail to claim all your bonuses. Thank you so much to have been here. Thank you, Thilaga, to have given me this opportunity to host your book launch.
Thank you all.
All the best, everybody, and we will meet again in another event. Till then, stay safe and bye-bye. Good night, everybody.